snow field at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. And the Gamecocks will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So UTEP's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to throw, it's Locklear. Got a man, it's Odom. Past the 45. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Miners in the hurry-up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Miners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UTEP! Great job by the back on the option.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Got him downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The short hands, it's Cook. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cook. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a 1st half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. They march 78 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Locklear. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining 1st half than you? And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve? That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find a way to get rid of that football and not take the negative play, but this has been a defensive war so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Back to throw, it's Locklear. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Miners! And that one will give them the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Back to pass, it's Wimsatt. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle, it's Baldwin. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Another 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught, it's Johnson. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down.
For the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Brings up 2nd down.
Gonna sling it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
What a great play by the defense. In a play like that, in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you gotta have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. This to tie things up in the final minute. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. Finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Willis. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Locklear. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. They take the lead here in overtime.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The all-important point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score UTEP 17, Jacksonville State 10.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. going for 6. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now first down here in the second overtime. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to the ground game on the left. Quick spin on the run. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Wimsatt. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll go back to the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Deep shot for the end zone. That'll do it. A double overtime touchdown to walk it off.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided